I recently shared with someone new that I was divorced. "I'm sorry," they said to me, assuming I experienced a bad outcome. I gently replied, "I'm not sorry. In fact, my marriage was a success." Puzzled and speechless, they turned to me in efforts to understand. "It was a success because my marriage served its purpose," I explained. "I have nothing but appreciation for him and that chapter in my life, because I have been able to identify what this marriage taught me." When you achieve this place of appreciation, everything makes sense. Everything has purpose. Everything was and is an opportunity. Everything becomes you, and you become everything. I remember a good friend of mine once explained that people often look at a successful marriage as one that lasts a long time. But what if the majority of that time you were unhappy? Would you still consider that a successful marriage? He asked. He then shared another perspective about a child whose life was transformed by a teacher in 1 year of education. Would that year be of less value simply because it only lasted 1 year? My friend was right. Success is something you define, and for me, my marriage was a success because it molded me into the person I have become. My marriage unfolded exactly as it needed to. It was a choice born out of childhood wounds that created a ripple effect, and the dissection of its parts has allowed me to accept it unconditionally as a whole part of me and my becoming. As I reflect on that chapter in my life, I realize that I manifested him quickly. I remember the exact words in my mind when I was considering him as a possible partner. "I want to feel safe, and I want someone who won't hurt me," my 17-year-old self realized after reflecting on my experience with my parents' relationship. You see, when I met my ex-husband, it was not love at first sight. I was assessing him, going through a checklist in my mind. I remember him later telling me that he was not thinking about love either when he first met me. In fact, he told me that his aunt suggested that he consider me as an option simply because I seemed like, quote, "a good girl." And I was a good girl in that time of my life. Good in the way that people expected good to be. I did what I was told, did well in school, helped out when I could and stayed out of trouble. I didn't make noise nor caused any scenes. I bottled up my emotions, was serious and respectful, and because I was the eldest, I needed to set a good example. So to meet another calm person, someone who smiled all of the time, seemed to be lighthearted and friendly with a lot of people, never got into any fights, and was also the oldest in his family, seemed like a safe choice to me. It seemed easy, too easy, even at first. A reflection of me in that moment of time. I knew he wouldn't hurt me. But as time went on, his reflection seemed to not change, unless I challenged him. Whereas I, on the other hand, was unknowingly destined to change, and change often I did. My life continued to present me with numerous unwanted opportunities for transformation, opportunities that I grudgingly accepted until I fully embraced them. I quickly learned that there was always light at the end of each dark tunnel, and I would become stronger as a result of going through them. My marriage was a success. A 20-year relationship with ups and downs, challenges with communication, trust, honesty, power, and control. Lessons in every corner, some that I learned quickly, others that lasted the entire time, and then there were those that I learned after leaving it. And even with the choices I made, I have no regrets with how this came to be. If given the opportunity to go back, I'd do it all over again in the same manner, because I love the me who has become as a result of this experience. And without him, I would not know what I know now. My name is Yubi, and this is my transformed truth. Thank you for watching You Becoming Healed, where I model and teach you how to own and transform your truth for healing. Until next time.